Gotta
So,
take the good with the bad, right?
Yeah.
David, do you know that YouTube and Instagram are looking to make their own versions of TikTok? How do you feel about that?
I didn't know that, but like I said, there was Vine, which was
Mm-hmm.
how long was Vine? 5, you
Six
know?
seconds.
Yeah. Now there's TikTok, which can be a little bit longer, but it's probably around that same time.
It's a minute.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. So I feel like this it's like the trending platform, you know.
hmm
hmm
Especially like you said, anyone can do it. Pick up a phone. You
yeah.
have an idea, put it out there. Not everybody should put their ideas out there. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
No, that's 100% true right
Uh
there.
I had a question for you, Joey. So, like you said, you do it for to inspire people. It's
yep.
one of the things you like to do.
hmm
And I don't know how many followers you have, but how do you feel about? I know on TikTok there's a bunch of girls just dancing, right? And it's
Yeah.
and they got millions of followers, right? So, how do you feel
Basically,
about that? Where you're putting your heart and soul into something
hmm
just to be kind of? I know you really wouldn't care about. You just said it's not about the views, but
Yeah.
to be out trumped by something as a dance.
Yeah,
yeah.
dancing is an art form. So I mean, it's something. I don't look down on it.
Mhm.
I mean, I would like to see more people like in that sense, just not taking a dance that's really popular and just copying it over and over, and that's all their content. I would like to see people actually come up with their own dances and stuff and actually try to be unique. I would like to see more of that, but I'm not gonna hate on the dance videos. I know if some people gain a following through it, great.
Yeah,
That's what they want to do, and so it's just an art form. It's something they like to do. That's something they're passionate about, and it's like, hey, go for it. Like if you gain traction. Again,
yeah,
I just make stuff to make stuff. It's not trying to gain millions of following. If I do, I'll be grateful for it, and I'll try to use my platform to help inspire people and help them like their story uh, in life. But other than that, dance videos doesn't bother me. Um,
I think I heard a good thing that uh I forget whose critique it was, but it was they were saying that like all these social media platforms get exploited by women and men, but it's like softcore porn now, and it's like it's like what the hell, it's like kids use it,
yeah,
adults use it and stuff like that. It's just that there's no chill in a sense, like I I've I follow meme pages that like every once in a while you'll just get like some softcore porn on there. I was like, what, like, and sign up for this, but um
gotta have the volume down at all times. You never know
yeah,
what's gonna come.
yeah, it's weird, man. It's weird.
so
Well,
weird.
sex sells, right?
That's
Yeah.
very true. Very true. Very sad too. Very sad.
hmm
That's where we're at.
Yeah. I mean, social media in general is like it needs to change in my opinion. Just because I feel like it's a center of like negativity. It's one of the reasons why people like, get really negative or get down because they're constantly comparing themselves to what people are, flashing like, oh, look at me, I'm doing this, I have this, constantly flashing what they got. But then in reality, it's like, you know there's there's a lot more going on. There's a lot more, like, I would love to start an app where it's like, people post things that like, how they're feeling, or have a conversation based thing where people can reply to you and just be like, no, you're good, like bring the positivity kind of thing. Like TikTok, they do duets, like post a video and someone else can duet it and just have a response to it and just be like, nah, you're good, don't worry about that. Like I've been in that same boat, like encourage people. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Well, um I think courage is a very hard thing for like our generation to face right now. Just because there's it's so easy to hide behind something and still
Mm,
share your opinion or share something. Courage to do something is very rare. And I don't know if there's statistics on it, but on how, courageous or bold people have maybe gotten, or like kind of the numbers have reduced over time. But it just seems like the stories that were told back in the day are just the most bold, just ridiculous stories out there in the world. And then now you get like here to, modern day, and you got people really just being kind of narcissistic assholes, and it's just it's really sad to see sometimes. And in my opinion, the it is the it's the result of like our society. It's like my critique of the American society in a sense.
Well, it kind of takes away consequences, if you will. So,
Mhm.
I walk up to Kyle. I tell him, "Hey, I hate what you're doing. I
Yeah.
don't think it's cool. I dislike your content, whatever." In person, you should feel kind of like a piece of shit, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like just human nature. Like I
You
probably
would like
shouldn't. I
censor
probably
it a little
shouldn't
bit.
say that, right?
Yeah.
But then and then also there's a chance if I'm there, Kyle can berate me back and embarrass me in front of other people, or physically hurt me, right? So
Whoop your
behind the
ass.
screen,
Yeah.
behind the screen, I can be like, "Yeah, Kyle, you suck, and you
Yeah.
don't know where I live, so it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
or whatever."
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, one way I can like relate to that is there's a Facebook group I run on the coronavirus just for like information and stuff like that. And it kind of has gotten away from that, because like some people will get into like sharing political stuff, or sharing like some um, like more opinionated stuff rather than
Hmm.
fact-based stuff. And then so people will just get on there and start bashing them.
Right
And
away.
like, yeah, and it's just like in my opinion, like I don't know most of these people like people, actual people. But I guarantee like people would not be this harsh in person, like if they were like
Yeah.
sitting around a table, like, talking and stuff. But it's just that keyboard warrior comes out once everybody,
And
gets
plus,
funded.
I feel like people are sometimes just too closed-minded. They don't open themselves up. I mean, like, I remember one argument that started over on that page was someone shared some like statistics, but since it
Hmm.
came from like a Democratic like
Oh yeah,
page,
yeah,
they just were like, what the like this person's like, what the fuck, why are you um
yeah,
bringing your political views into this, like, and the person was like, this is just informational, like it came, I saw this statistic thing and I wanted to share it. It's not political at all. Yeah, I'm a Democrat or whatever, but like I'm here to share the information.
yeah.
But
It was really sad. Like, and this is something I wanted to share too. Um, it was really sad that these are all adults that can't come together to look past, something so small as like where the source, like it's not even where the source came from. It's where the source was shared to get to our page, in a sense, right? To get to fact, it was great information, but like can't get past the little bit of coding, you know what I mean? That how the thing got here. But this is one thing that I wanted to share. That's really interesting. And I was explaining this to a buddy the other day. Is like being the admin of the group. It shows, and it's like a practice of a different type of. It's like a practice in itself, I would say. So I remember when I first started and it was growing like kind of rapidly and whatnot. There was a lot of work that I was putting into it. A lot of work. And so like Joey, I made you a moderator, so you can
mhm.
help me out and stuff. But like it was like a practice of like, and these are just metaphors. These aren't exactly how it is. These are just metaphors or analogies to what it is like to be like an admin. It was like being like a CEO of a company in a sense, because there's a lot of random people coming up to you with like complaints or what you should do, this, that, and whatnot. But it's like, I don't care. Like I made this, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like this is what I made. This is not what you made. Join it or leave. There's other groups out there. And but then like mitigation in a sense, or like what is it? I think mitigation is a good word, but like smoothing or smoothing out the rough patches, you know, like when people start bickering too much or something like that, trying to make everyone happy or majority happy or something like that. It's really weird. It's really tough too. It's really tough because sometimes you'll get one person who speaks so loud. You know what I mean? It's just weird though. But it's an interesting like practice. I think everybody should start a group and see what I'm talking about.
All right. It's not bad.
Yeah.
How do you think that being is what's called an admin or moderator? Admin. How do you think that would translate over to you starting your own company per se? Like, I know you said problem solving, but is there anything else that comes into play?
There's like a leadership aspect that like would definitely need to be learned to run like a successful company. Which I'm reading a really good book right now. It's called the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and it's just got really good like practices that you can use, or what you should do in tough times, or how you can practice and whatnot. But when it comes to the group and stuff like that, like a Facebook group, it's really just like a simulation. It's nothing too close to it, you know. Because like I think with an actual company, you have to worry about like numbers and analytics and stuff like that, you know. So it's just there's a lot more to it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Would you ever start a Facebook group or start something like that, David?
I mean, I would. I just haven't found it. I haven't really looked into it. If I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to sit up here in front. Right?
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's something I haven't looked into. If someone was like, "Hey, you know, let's make a group," I wouldn't be opposed to taking
gotcha
the lead and doing it. But
all right.
it's just not anything I've looked into or wanted to do so far.
Okay. All right. Last little thing. Last little thing. What do you think? And feel free to turn this question down if you don't know much. What do you think about the correlation between 5G towers and coronavirus?
I'm not really. I don't have much information. I can give you my opinion, you know, but it just happens to be weird timing that this is when this starts, right? So I feel like there's this. Almost everything has to be a conspiracy nowadays, right? So
Yeah.
this happened. This is why, you know, you got all the like crazy nuts in there. Just some of them might be true. Who knows, right? But there's always kind of a reason for a reason, even though it might not be true or whatever. So in this case, it's happened around the same time. It's new technology that we don't know. I know I was watching a video the other day where the guy was testing like radioactivity or whatever, and it was like spiking by the towers. So I'm like, I can see how it possibly could affect this, because it hasn't been done before, right?
Yeah.
So we're just kind of going in there blind. Whatever happens. It reminds me of you know, when we first started gas drilling near homes and stuff like that. Like people's water would get dirty. You know, they couldn't drink water. Their houses would smell all the time.
Yeah.
But they're in it for the money, you know, so they don't really care about
the
person's home.
Yeah. Well, the 5G stuff, it is like, so they've made all these charts and graphs and whatnot about how like these technological advances have correlated with something like dramatic in our society, in a sense, you know. And the latest one is 5G with coronavirus, and apparently Wuhan, China, where this place started, or where the virus started, is where the most 5G towers in the world are, you know. Yeah, so it's really interesting. It's an interesting correlation.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Right.
A lot of nuts and bolts in there, right? A lot of crazy stuff.
That's
Who knows?
yeah, who knows? But that's all conspiracy. I mean, it's so funny how I'm seeing people and talk about like how this was all predicted in this book or this. I watched this show, The Last Man on Earth, and at the beginning, it's like, it's the year 2020, a year after the virus, and it's just like it's hilarious that like people are like, oh, this stuff predicted it, oh my god, and freaking out. I'm just like, I don't, because I could say something. I could say, hey, we're going to get a virus in 10 years again, and it comes true, and people are going to be like, he said it. Oh my god, like
Say such a thing, Joey.
He's a prophet.
Exactly.
Nah, he's not.
If anything, all this stuff just brings up like how much distrust between person to person to government, person to anything there is in the world today, right? There's so much information, so people start to make their own opinions and beliefs, right? So if I don't trust Kyle, and then Kyle does something that, you know, like Kyle wasn't home at 7 and the house next door was robbed, Kyle did it, right? You know?
Yeah.
So that's just because, A, I have something out for Kyle, I distrust Kyle. So, there's so many 5G towers here. Coronavirus, I don't trust the information that's coming to me. I don't trust the new technology, right? It's got to be what caused it, right? So
yeah. I mean, that's very true. That's very true. There's that distrust is a very that's a big thing, because I mean, especially having the world's, I would say, biggest government, or at least one of them, you know, there's no way that everything that comes out of I would say the government's mouth is not, you know, it can't be true, you know. But there's been proven times where we've been lied to, you know. For example, like Martin Luther King, an example, like, was killed by the government, you know. But when they released the I don't know if it's the FBI or CIA files, what, 20, 40 years later or something like that, 50 years later, you know, it kind of, the truth comes out, and then that adds to that distrust, you know. So there's a lot to it. There's definitely a lot to it.
Yep. There is, unfortunately.
Yeah. But so we're reaching about what, 40, 45 minutes here.
Oh wow.
You guys have any closing questions? Do you have anything to close on, Joe?
Nope. Not today.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking to get back to sleep because it's pretty
and I gotta get ready for work, so
yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys. It was fun.
No problem.
Hopefully I did an okay job.
Did great.
We'll have you on. We'll have you on the show again.
Yeah.
I'll come better prepared with the hard hitting questions.
Of course, man. Of course.
It's just a conversation. We just see where it goes, and
no, it's a good
true.
time.
And also, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say, but yeah. Have a good one, guys. And
thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys.